back to DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty, where on this channel, our vision is to empower the impoverished by helping you find financial freedom through crypto assets. Please subscribe and leave a comment and a thumbs up. Hey guys, welcome back to DeFi, degens, drip, and farm for poverty. So that's it. Enough is enough. I can't take it. It's just really getting to me. I really have to vent and let you guys know the truth. So I'm going to put it all out there in this video. I've been doing a lot of reflecting and need to just come clean with you guys on my position for drip. So we all know where we're at, right? Way down here. And many of us got in over here. And what I just realized today, and it just clicked with me, is that it's only been 4 months. Literally since I've gotten in the drip. I got in the drip on February 8th, and it's not even 4 months yet, so June 8th will be 4 months. So I'm just gonna call it 4 months. But we can go ahead and say it's been 4 months of downward price action. 4 months, guys, like that's it. 4 months in the grand scheme of things is minuscule. When you add the totality of drip of what it's done, so drip has been around for now 13 months, April, May, 13 months. So it's less than 50% that it's been down. That's really not that bad when you think about it. And what made me really reflect on this is what has been happening actually from a macro level for these 4 months. So it's not just drip, but let's zoom out. Like they say, when in doubt, zoom out, right? So when we zoom out, we can see that we are still above the launch price of like $3 way back here. It's not on this chart, but when in doubt, zoom out. So when you zoom out in crypto, so we are in drip. You zoom out of drip, you get to DeFi. You zoom out of DeFi, you get specifically to Binance Smart Chain. You zoom out of the Binance Smart Chain, you get to crypto as a whole. You zoom out of crypto, you get into the other macroeconomic vehicles. So I decided to look at the S&P 500, which is just a good indicator of how everything's going. So year to date, the S&P is down 13%. That is quite a bit for the S&P. This is supposed to swing a couple percentages, but it's down. And that again made me think, and if you haven't been living under a rock, you're well aware. So what has happened in these last 4 months? Let's just start from January. So I couldn't bring up the articles. I didn't feel like it, but you should be well aware. It's quite obvious, right? So we've had the invasion, a war, a literal ground troop tank invading war from Russia to Ukraine. That created sanctions. Well, let's rewind it before that. So before that, we had the release of people finally getting back into the workforce and stuff like that from COVID. So there was a pump up of a lot of money injected during COVID. And then people go back, but the supply chain has still been shocked. So we are feeling the squeeze, not only from the money that was injected, so more money and no one spending it means inflation, and the fact that the supply chain itself was literally halted. So it was difficult to get things moved around, and we're just now starting to see that pick back up, and the effects that it had on the other countries where a lot of these goods and services were that we're not producing them. So now we can fast forward to the actual invasion, right? So you have Russia rolling tanks into Ukraine and people from Ukraine fleeing. So Ukraine was a lead producer of, like a lot of different stuff. I don't want to quote it because I'll probably get it wrong. But the point is, if those people aren't there anymore because tanks have rolled in their backyard, then that's still a supply shock, right? And then we put the squeeze on Russia, not we, but the sanctions and stuff on Russia for oil and other exports and stuff like that. So you got the war causing economic issues, not only displacing people, but from a macro level with sanctions and everything else. So you got invasion, inflation, possible recession coming online, and supply chain shock from COVID, and then the sanctions. All of that is within like the last 4 to 6 months. That is crazy. Any one of those things is enough to cripple a market, let alone 4. All right, well, let's now zoom back into crypto, because crypto gets hit harder than those because the market cap is much smaller and it's more of a gamble. It's not like the S&P 500 where these are companies that have been around for a long time, or like gold and oil where they're actual commodities and stuff that people need. So we zoom into crypto, and this is more like people just playing with, casino gambling money. So it gets hit harder. It's like all of a sudden your casino, someone throws a smoke bomb inside, people are going to leave. And that's kind of what happened. So nobody's playing in the casino anymore. So 4 months, we start to see, this isn't Bitcoin, but let's pull that up, the Bitcoin chart, because you'll see the exact same thing for the last 4 months. Bitcoining. So we zoom into crypto, and like I said, it gets hit harder than the macro, right? So Bitcoin feels those effects, and that causes everything else below it to have very similar reactions because everything follows Bitcoin. And let's put this on the daily. I should have pulled this up before you guys. I apologize, but you should be following my logic flow by now. It's not that difficult. You get what I'm saying. Oh, this chart doesn't go out that far. Should have pulled this up before. But anyway, so let's just carry on the conversation. So Bitcoin, Ethereum, all the main cryptos are down for the last 4 months, 6 months. And then we can zoom in now. So since we know those have all been downward trending as well, zoom in now to get into DeFi, specifically in the drip. Well, what happened with drip? So we already had the macro issues, right? Let's look at additional problems we specifically faced within the drip ecosystem, not just drip alone. The drip ecosystem. So in these last 4 months, we had the animal farm launch and then pause. Then the Piggy Bank launch and then pause. Then we had the delays. So it was supposed to get announced and it didn't. Then it was supposed to be online, then it didn't. So more delays. So I just created FUD. Then we had the drip fork season where we had all these drip forks that were coming out. So people were aping into those and already upset with what was going on or what was not going on with drip. And then we had the Luna collapse. So if you're not familiar with Luna and UST was a stable coin that is now trading literally at 1 cent. So 99% of its value lost. Now it's been about a couple weeks, but overnight, $40 billion just liquidated. So that's in crypto. Like that, the Luna is crypto, but in DeFi, specifically in drip, we had at least 4 additional problems that caused all of this, or didn't help, I should say. Can't say it caused it, it just didn't help. These getting piled on top. So like I said, the pauses, the delays, the person running away with the piggy pen bot for the Piggy Bank, Piggy Bank. Then the delays, yada, yada, yada. So like I said, any one of the macro would be an issue. Any one of the micro within crypto would be an issue, like Bitcoin falling, Luna collapsing, and then any one of the delays specifically related to our project would be an issue. Now you got to put all of those together, and where the hell do you think your project should be? Like, it's right exactly where it belongs. People are upset with the sell pressure, but if you're not getting paid anywhere else, what do? You come and take the money from the only thing that's paying you out. So the honest reaction for this video, or like, what I meant by where my thoughts are and how I'm going to take this is like, yeah, I'm actually not worried because I got in at 130 bucks. So if I believe the value here at 130 and I wasn't just hoping a moonshot, then that is why I filled my bag from starting with 5 drip wallets, 6 total, with 1 in each one, so a total of 6 drip, and I now have almost 1,000 drip. That didn't come from freaking hydrating. You ain't gonna hydrate from 6 drip, well, 1 drip technically in one account, from 1 drip in one account to almost 1,000 in less than 4 months. The hydrations don't work that way. That comes from dollar cost averaging. And yes, I am still net negative, but again, I believed in the project up here. This is why I'm still in it now and why I still am only focusing on making drip content videos. So going forward, what do I want to do? What am I providing for you guys? Great question. So I'm still 100% in drip, believe in it. It will reverse. I just don't know when, but I got in this at a minimum, like I told people, without at 6 months is what your time horizon should be. So for me, I am going to listen to you guys in the community. I got a small community. We're just under 1,000 members, but I want to appreciate every one of you for actually helping get me to where I am now. And the bulk of you want to know about drip. So 40% drip faucet, 14% reservoir, 17% garden. You add these up at 70%. So I'm not even going to focus on the animal farm and the piggy bank anymore. I'm going to do the airdrops for you guys, but I literally want to just focus on drip because that is the cornerstone of the ecosystem, and that's what you guys are asking about. So you got 70% asking about drip, and then I asked another question up here. Where did it go? Still bullish, bearish. A couple people don't know who Forex is, so not really that big of a deal. But how many drip wallets do you manage? Less than 3. So there's a huge bunch of you that are new or have like 1 wallet or so, or less than 3 wallets. And then I asked about building teams. A couple of you, 50% said, actually ironically, it's interesting that it's 10 to 25 and then 50 more. So you're looking at 70% would be interested in team building if I were able to give an incentive. So I might look into that. And then 60% for strategy and speculation. So I am going to focus on drip content 100% for you guys because that's what you're watching and that's what you're here for. And that to me is what the system is built on. And 57% saying their risk tolerance is low risk, high reward. And that's what I would call drip. So going forward, that's what I'm going to be doing. The whole point of this video was just to show you guys that, yeah, I'm personally not worried. Yeah, the price sucks. I do get it. But I am 100% convinced that this price that I got in here at $130 back in February, by February of next year, so 1 year later, it will be far above this. It could be back to this or below, but it will have gone up above and then maybe retesting somewhere below. So it may not on February 5th, 2023 be above 130, but between now and then it will have gone above 130. That's my honest belief because this was the spike for the Manor Farm being introduced. So right now the farms have been paused and there was $300 million, I think maybe more, of liquidity in that farm. And the farm is a bullish use case for drip. So yes, I will focus on drip, but I want people to understand how drip ties into this ecosystem and why this farm was necessary. Because a lot of people are upset because they're like, yo, the farm killed drip. And it didn't kill it, but it crippled it temporarily because the focus had to be put on it. But once you understand how this liquidity works and how these fees, you can't see them in here, the transactions from people getting in and out of the farm, and how one of the best ways to earn the native asset, the pigs token, is from farming drip BUSD, then you'll start to understand why this was created and you'll start to see drip appreciate. So long story short, I am committed to creating drip content. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not fudding my own bag. I believe 100% in the project. Like I said, if you got in at 130 or if you got in anywhere above 10, then you thought the value was there at 20, 30, 40 to 160. It should definitely be there at 10. And if you don't have any money to dollar cost average in, then just keep hydrating. That's all I can tell you. But if you have some, not financial advice, definitely get in. And I'm going to help make some content for you guys. So please comment on these videos because I want to literally address this specifically to you people that are new, sitting on the sidelines, the bulk of the community that doesn't know anything about drip or whatever the case may be. So I want to make content specifically for you guys. I still got the Wednesday video where I'm diving into the back of the system of the different contracts that Forex has created. So I'm still covering drip. So I might just stop there and just stick with drip and not even go into the Piggy Bank and Pigpen because it's not what you guys are looking for. So open to suggestions, want to put up content that you guys specifically want. And again, appreciate every one of you helping me get to almost 1,000 views. You know I'm not the most entertaining channel to watch, but I hope I provide some sort of value. So when we do get to 1,000, like I said, I'm going to do like a 10 drip giveaway. It's going to be like a lucky draw kind of thing. You're going to have to put a number in the chat and then, not the chat, but in the community post. And I'll just give that away that way, something like that. So, all right, guys, until next time, lift daily and achieve your impossible. See ya.